Well, g'day YouTubers. Welcome to Redneck Hillbilly channel. My name's Dennis. Today I'm going to have a go at making some pork schnitzels with chips, and I haven't decided what vegetables we're going to have with it yet. Could be corn on the cob, I'm not sure. We'll have a look, see what we got in, and either that would be mixed vegetables, and I'm even thinking about maybe getting rid of some cabbage. Pork and cabbage go together, I think. Depends how you cook it, but we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to get things ready now, and I'll talk you through how I coat the or bread the chicken, what they call bread it. Just using eggs, flour and panko breadcrumbs, and I've already got the pork out. It's all defrosted, excuse me, from the freezer. I'm going to prepare it and flatten it a little bit more to get it a bit thinner, and then I'm going to spike it so it makes it a bit more tender for my wife Beryl. She has trouble eating meat that's not that doesn't melt in your mouth, you know. She doesn't chew very well these days. Me and my son like it a little bit firmer than she does, but we have to cater for her, so that's it. And I'll bring you back when I'm about to start to bread it, when I've got everything ready, and we'll show you how we do that bit. Okay, catch you in a bit. Okay, what we got here, we've got a fillet, or a fillet as some people call it. I call it a fillet of pork. Now I want to make that a bit flatter, a bit thinner. These are the tools I use, my little mallet, and this is what I spike it with. I just stab it with that. Anyway, we'll get on with it, and I'll show you how I do it. I don't know whether you do it this way, but this is the way I do it. Don't hold back. That's one side. That's the other side. Now for stabbing. I'm not happy about that little bit here, so we'll give that another bit of a pounding. That's got it. That's got it. Right. So that's that. That's the finished product. We've got to bread it yet, so I'll do the other two. We've got one each, so we'll do the. And oh, by the way, I'm going to do them in the air fryer, so that will make it does a fantastic job, and you're not deep frying, you know. So what I'll do, I'll do the other two, and then I'll set up and show you how I bread it, and I'll bring you back. Okay, job done. The meat is prepared. Now I'm just preparing the seasoning, and or should I say the crumbing. What I do now is I use some of this Old Bay seasoning. I use that in the flour. So we flour them first, then we egg them, and then we put them in the breadcrumbs. So I put a tablespoon, maybe two of that in. Probably not any more than that. Probably a tablespoonful and a half. And this one, I put in the breadcrumb mix. It's a Mexican seasoning mix. It's not hot, but it's a good flavoured thing, and my son likes that, so I do too. So it's just gives it a bit of flavour, that's all. So that's what we do with that. So the breadcrumbs I use are the panko breadcrumbs. I buy the big bag. It's very economical, and it lasts us a fair while. And the smaller bags we go through too quickly, so we've always got some of this in. I mean, that we haven't had this one all that long, and it's only about a third of it left. So that's what we're using, and of course compulsory salt and pepper. Now what I've got here, I've got pink pepper and salt mix. So I'll season them with that as well. But I don't know how much salt's in the other stuff, so I'll be very, very careful with that. I won't overdo it. Just a couple of turns of it. Okay, I've just got to beat the eggs up now, and then we can get cracking. I'm only going to show you how to do one. I don't have to show you how to do them all. I'm pretty sure you're better at it than I am anyway. You've probably done it 1,000 times before. I mean, I know I have. So what we'll do here, I might even have to use another egg, I don't know. I usually start off with 2 because I hate chucking stuff away, and for 3 of those it's usually enough. But if we need another egg, we need another egg, and that's as simple as that. I use these containers because I find if I use an ordinary plate, I make such a hell of a mess. The cleaning up's harder than actually doing the job. So we'll put that to one side. We'll mix the seasoning in now. Last time I did this, the lid come undone and too much came up. Now,
so that's chickpeas with onions and...
that's just ordinary plain flour. That's enough of that. I'll just get a spoon. We don't like things over spiced, so you can be generous, but be very careful. If you like it that way, it's no problem. But I've got some fussy eaters, including myself, to worry about. I think that's all we're going to put in of that now. And I'll put the lid on that. Keep it fresh. Put that down there. Now, in case you didn't see that, I didn't realise there we go. That one is in here, and that one is in there. I think this is American, the Old Bay. It's now all we do is mix that in. And when you've done it, you can hardly tell it's even in there. These containers are fantastic. I came up with that on my own. I saw them in a shop one day. I think it was in Target or somewhere like that. No, Big W. And I saw them. I thought, hey, I used to use a plate. Oh God! I mean, I can be sloppy enough in these, never mind a plate. You imagine, you can smell that spice, you can smell it. It smells really good. Considering I'm not a fancy spice man from Mexico or from all around the world. Even the Italian spices I'm fussy with. Unfortunately, that's the way I am. I was brought up in Manchester in the UK, and we didn't eat stuff like this when I was a kid. So I've been quite adventurous. Now, salt and pepper. We'll do the egg. Make sure everything gets a bit, and we'll do the breadcrumbs. We're not putting too much of it on. I'd rather have a bit more salt than a bit more pepper than the salt. I don't know how much salt the other stuff's in. Everything you buy today has salt in it, and I don't like overdoing the salt. I like salt, but I don't like to taste salt in my food. People say it needs more salt. Oh yeah, well righto. How do they know? Do they really like the taste of salt rather than the food? Not me. I like to taste the food. If I taste the salt, then it's too salty for me. So there we go. Now all this is ready. All we've got to do is crumb it, then cover it and put it in the fridge. I'll just freshen these eggs up now with the salt and pepper. Oh, that's looking good, smelling good. Right. Now then. That's my father-in-law used to say, now then. Mr. Walter Wakefield Rees. What a nice guy he was. I miss him. He's one of the few people in the world that understood me. Really. Right, I'm going to do barrels first. Now, they tell me. Now, don't quote me on this. I'm only doing what I've been told. So, I'm not an expert. Your flour. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I forgot one of the main tools of the trade. But we shall rectify that. The trusty fork. Right. Shake it off. Put it in thing. As us Mancunians say, put it in thing. You've got to be a Mancunian to understand that. So they talk, well they used to talk like that over there, I don't know whether they still do. I've been there since 1972. I left on 22nd of December 1972. Got in Australia on the 26th of January 1973. Long time on a ship. First introduction to Greek food didn't go down well. A bit different now, but in them days we never heard of Greek food. Didn't know what Greek food was. And my daughter, she hardly ate anything the whole trip. The first thing we did when we hit town was go and get a burger and chips. And a bottle of milk. It was all powdered milk on ship. It was horrible milk. Didn't like it. or sterilised milk. I like fresh milk. There we go, folks. My first one. That's Beryl's. I will end up having to cut that into pieces for her, so she eats with a spoon these days. Now this one I think will be mine. My son will get the biggest one because he's a big lad and he's a working lad and he works hard. So I've got to look after him. Otherwise,
that fish is cooked really well.
Remember the days I used to have to give him a belt? Now he gives me a belt.
The harissa and some chili at the end. Nice cookery, isn't it?
Swim around, in she goes. I'm not going to make a long video today because we've got the cooking side of it to come yet. Mind you, it's only... I bought some frozen chips. Now I bought two kinds. I bought chips that have been frozen that haven't been cooked because they use the right potatoes and they're absolutely brilliant. But while I was there buying them, they had some pre-cooked frozen chips for $4 for a massive big packet. So, being a careful Christian, I bought a packet, so we're going to try them tonight, I think. I don't know, I haven't made my mind up yet. I like to make my own spuds. Everybody knows this. My complaint all along is, for some reason in Australia now, it's hard to get potatoes that make decent chips. They're good for mashing, they're good for boiling, but they're crap for roasting and they're crap for... They say they're all round spuds. There ain't no such thing as an all round spud. Don't mean to say you can't use them as an all round spud, but they're not. There's certain spuds are better for things than others. You got waxy potatoes, you got floury potatoes. You got potatoes that fall when you put them in stews, and sometimes you want that. And you've got potatoes that don't fall when you put them in stews, that you want to keep them firm and whole. But for some goddamn reason, the supermarkets don't cater. They talk a load of crap. I have an argument with them all the time over it. And how I know, my dad owned greengrocers shops in England, so I know. I was brought up with him from being 8 till I got married at 23, I think I was. Last one. This is my son's, I think. I think I'm going to give him the biggie. If you guys out there do pork schnitzel, let me know how you do it, will you? If there's a different way you do it than I do, or even if it's the same, let me know. Let me know how you like it. Let me know how long you like it cooked for. Do you like it till it gets crunchy, or do you like it soggy? There's a million. Everyone's got a different palate, you know. That's why I'd hate to be a restaurant. I like cooking, I enjoy cooking, but I'm afraid I wouldn't handle critics very well. I get cranky now with restaurants when I go out, and we're going out this Friday because Not today. Next Friday, we're going out for my birthday celebration, which is on Tuesday. And I know I'm going to be in for a bit of a verbal, because I'll be buying a steak and I want it cooking, and my son will want his cooking. He's worse than me. He likes his what I call ruined, but I don't. I like it. I like my steak cooked medium, not medium rare, medium. I don't mind it if it gets medium to well done, but their version of medium is not my version of medium. It's usually medium rare, and they don't seem to know the difference, a lot of people. And then on purpose you get the smart ass who'll massacre your steak just because you ask for it that way. They hate being, they think because they're chefs they know. They do know. It might be the right way, but what they don't know is people want it their way, not the chef's way. If you're paying for a steak, you want it cooking. Oh well, welcome back. We're to the next stage of my pork schnitzel and chips. I've yet to, we're going to have red cabbage. I tried to get some green cabbage, but they wanted $7 for green cabbage. I got this red cabbage for $2, and it looks pretty good, so we'll use that. Bit of a money saving thing. You got to look around, and you got to make sacrifices sometimes on something that you really like to something. I mean, cabbage is cabbage, isn't it? Red or green. I bet if you're blindfolded you wouldn't even know the difference. Well, I wouldn't. Anyway, I'm going to show you my chips setup. I don't mind cooking chips in an air fryer, but a big but, I prefer them cooked in oil. I've got a proper chip fryer with basket and thermostats on it and all that sort of stuff, and it cooks them fantastic, but it's a bastard to clean it. Excuse the French. But it's very hard to clean, so I try and avoid that. You can leave the oil in there, but somehow the air can still get in it. You put a lid on and all that, but it's not airtight, and it goes rancid. So I don't like leaving my oil in that particular air fryer. But it does cook the chips great, but you pay the price when you have to clean the damn thing and drain it out. It's got a self drainer and a self wire mesh where it catches all the rubbish. Strainer, but that's even harder to clean, and it gets all sticky and rancid, and I don't like it. So I'll show you what I've got now, and this works absolutely brilliantly, and I got it off the internet. Can't get one in well, I don't know about Australia, but you can't get one in Campbelltown. So here we go. I'll show you what we got. There's my pot. There's my pot. And this is my oil container. This holds around about just short of 3 litres of oil. And I pour that in my pan like that, And when it goes cold,
Looks good. Thank you very much.
The trick to a good job is to get the hydration levels.
this is brand new oil, by the way. I just thrown a load out. I filter it with that. This filter goes on top of there, and I pour the oil back from the pan into there. Then I only have to wash that out. Now, when I use this again and there's any bits in the bottom where sometimes you get a little few crumbs in the bottom off the crispy potato bits, I wipe that out with a paper towel, and that can use quite a few times, but that comes with it, and it's got an airtight lid that you put on. And that's how you store it. So I'm going to put that on my induction cooker and start the process. I'm going to put it on 220, 25, 30, 35, 245 degrees C. I've got my basket that I put my chips in that fits in there. And that goes in the dishwasher, and that then gets wiped out with paper towel, then gets washed out with soapy water. No fiddly little bits of wire like in that other thing, and elements. Trying to clean the element, it's a nightmare. So, and I replaced the old one with this new chip fryer. We'll call them deep fryers, and it does a great job. It does a fantastic job. Does just as good a job as this, probably better. But like I say, the cleaning of it's the hard bit. And this is so easy. It's a lot easier to maintain. So that other stuck in the cupboard, I suppose I'll use it again sometime, but the basket's not much bigger than that. In fact, I've got two baskets. I've got a basket from the old one and basket from the new one. That's the basket for the chip fryer. So, and I've got two of them because I didn't throw the other basket away from the other chip fryer. So anyway, I'm going to put that away. I'm going to get the chips out when this. Oh, hang on, I forgot to turn it on. Oh, dear, Dennis, you have to turn it on by pressing this button here. It's called start. Oh dear, don't get old. Please don't get old. It's hard. You've got to remember to turn things on. I'll bring you back when I'm putting the chips in, and I'll show you the chips I'm going to use. In the meantime, I'm going to be getting the air fryer ready, which will be, if I can give you a quick look, this one here. That's that one. That's the air fryer. I've got to take a few things out of there that I store in there, but that's what will be going in there. And because it's a double tray, I can take the centre out and I can have them both going on at the same time. So they'll cook they'll air fry the pork schnitzels. Really, really good. It's the best. Well, it's the best way I've ever cooked pork schnitzel is in one of these. It works. Okay, I'll bring you back soon. Okay, I'm ready to do the chips now. This is a bag of chips I got. There's 9x9 traditional, whatever that means. There's quite a few chips in here. I'm not sure, it doesn't say on the packet how many. I'll have a look. Anyhow, this is they're the chips. They're going in now. They call them French fries. I hate that word. They're chips, not French fries. Got all this foreign writing on it, but that don't matter. Oh, 2.5 kilos. I thought it was 2.5 kilos. And guess how much that cost, that bag? $4 something. From the fruit shop, from the greengrocers in Campbelltown Mall. So how good's that? I'm going to put these in the fridge now, and I'll show you when I'll bring you back when I'm going to put the schnitzels in, because they don't take as long as these. These can take up to 20 minutes. So I'll put the schnitzels in very shortly, so I'll bring you back then. Okay. I'm going to take the schnitzel, I'm going to put some oil on it, put it upside down, oil the top. You don't need much. When you spray it like this, it's less than a tablespoon. There we go. And you've got to use a bit of oil, because if you want it crispy, you don't want soggy schnitzel. Hey, there's a song there, fellas. Soggy schnitzel. Tell them you heard it from me first. There's barrels. These will shrink a bit, so chips are doing nicely. These are going in there. These are going in there. Now, I don't know whether you'll be able to see this. I'll see if I can zoom in a bit for you. Now, one, it's on 200 for 30 minutes. On number two, it's on 200 for 30 minutes. We synchronise it, press start. Now, we'll see if you can see it. There we go. That's it. It's warming up now. I didn't warm it beforehand. I don't see the point in doing that. You might as well start it and put your stuff in. Get it ready for cooking, especially when it's been in the fridge and that sort of thing. So anyway, it'll start cooking any minute now, and I'll bring you back when everything's done. I'll show you the chips, how they're doing. Oops. There we go then. That's I'll zoom back out. There we go. See, they're doing good. Okay, I'll bring you back soon. See you in a bit. Okay, folks. We're done here. Everything's looking good. Got the chips, red cabbage and the pork schnitzel. Pork schnitzel looks really nice. There's the pork schnitzel, if you can see it. There. Now, zoom out. We'll do a taste test. Now, try one of these new chips. Yeah, crispy. Very nice.
This is a real voyage of discovery for me. Never thought I'd get instructions how to eat anything, but after all these years I need it. I'm going to delve
Very crispy.
into the food offerings of different regions. This is magical. Cheers.
It's supposed to be red cabbage, but it's purple cabbage.
Simple, brilliant ingredients. As well as getting to grips with
I boiled it, not for long.
that tastes delicious.
I didn't want it sloppy. Then I drained it, put butter in, and kept it warm. That is very nice. That's it.
For the next leg of my adventure, I'm taking a break from the coast and travelling inland to the historic city of Cordova.
Very, very good. Now, for the main bit,
The city has a checkered and ancient past,
a bit of schnitzel.
invisible today. Originally founded by the
That looks cooked.
it became an important centre during the Islamic rule of the Middle Ages under the Moors.
Oh, wow.
UNESCO heritage sites, and every year
Juicy inside,
festival to celebrate the old houses
crispy on the outside.
comes alike with colour.
I'm getting good at this cooking like.
This is an amazing, quite famous food.
I'm having a lot of luck now.
Staple dishes.
From the Costa del Sol, I've travelled
Cheers,
120
folks.
miles north to where the city sits on the banks of the Bradel River. Cordova's grand Roman architecture and fascinating Islamic culture
Excuse me talking with my mouth full,
makes this city a real
but I want to get into that.
Andalusia. Cordova reached its peak
No, I'll have no trouble chewing this. I've had to cut hers up for her
cities in the world.
to little pieces.
Universities and architectural marvels. But it's the
Hope you like my video.
that really sets this place
If you like the video,
apart. I've been on an adventure so
give us a like.
the food here combines the ingredients
If you haven't already considered
of Middle Eastern and Andalusian cookery.
subscribing to my channel, please subscribe. Do us a favour, help me out. The more likes you put on, the further the video gets distributed.
Feel for the place is to go eco and hitch
It's something to do with their algorithm, so I believe, I don't know.
houses in the historic old town.
But that's what they're saying. I want people to see the video, that's why I make it. So, if it's not too much trouble, I'd really appreciate it if you did that. If you don't want to subscribe, that's fine too.
The Moorish influence of
But if you want to leave a comment on how I've done this, or if you do a version of it and you think it's better than mine, please let me know and I'll try it, you know. I'm all ears. I don't mind trying different things if I can. And if you like the comment, just leave me a comment, say you liked it. That's even better. And I do reply to all my comments at the moment because there's not a lot of them. I get a few, but it's not too hard to handle at the moment. Thanks for sticking around. Not a lot more I can say, but I hope you enjoyed my cheese making video that I did last Saturday. There's another one coming soon. I'm going to make another cheddar cheese, but without the cheddaring. The cheddaring takes 2 hours, and they say it's just as good, and you can't tell. It's a little bit of a softer cheese, not a harder cheese. So I'm going to try that next time. Then after that, I'm going to try another cheddar cheese, but I'm not going to put as much colouring in it. I want it a bit more white, off-white colour. And then I'm going to my my Cheshire cheese. So stay tuned, a lot more to come in the future. If you like my video, I'm really happy. Not everybody likes what they say. I've done over 150, 160 videos, something like that. And out of all that, I've only had about 3 that didn't like it or made bad comments to me, you know. And I think that's a pretty good average. So I'm not doing too bad. Everyone else seems to like what I do, and I hope you do. I don't profess to be an expert in anything. I just have a go. And if I can make something and bring it to you guys, you might be able to make it too as easy as I do. Sometimes I don't make it that easy though. I make it hard on myself. So until the next video, I'm going to say bye bye, cheerio, tatty bye, au revoir, toodaloo, and as the Aussies say, see you later, and as us Pommies say, ta-ra, well, ta-ra for now. Anyway, it's been great bringing the video to you. I hope you enjoy it. Take care everyone.